Welcome to the Geeks and Greeks podcast, where we bring in the latest and greatest in the world of sports. We couldn't be more thrilled to kick off this exciting journey with all of you. In this podcast, we'll dive into everything from game recaps to news and hot takes. Whether you're a diehard fan or just someone looking to stay in the loop, there's something here for everyone. So grab your favorite team's jersey, settle in with some snacks, and let's get ready for an adrenaline-packed ride through the world of sports. Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Geeks and Greeks podcast. We are into week 3 of the NFL, and man, what a doozy. But first, a little housekeeping. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube as well as Instagram and Facebook. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It always helps for the algorithms, and it is going to be a fun one. This is going to be great. I can't wait, and I don't know about you guys, but this week was something else.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, I feel like I am going to remember this week of football for the rest of my life. Like, that's how big this felt to me. I can't believe how many block kicks we had all around the league. I'm not even talking about just the Eagles game. Like, all around the league, they're blocking kicks left and right. Something happened this week. I don't know what it is. It's very strange.
I don't know. Like, it's almost everyone just must hit the natural D20 apparently.
Right? Yeah. Like, you never see this many in a season, let alone, like,
1 week.
1 week. Yeah. Like, what is going on?
I mean, for me, this week will be known for the block kicks, but, I mean, as far as, like, you know, for the Cowboys, this is just another week of bitter disappointment.
Yeah, an injury, unfortunately.
But we'll get into that later. But first, we have QB Survivor.
And now it's time, QB Survivor.
Yes, QB Survivor, where every week we choose quarterbacks to eliminate until the end of the regular season, where we find out who is the QB Survivor. This week we'll be eliminating 2 quarterbacks and voting for one of them to have immunity. So starting off, Pete, who are you granting your immunity to?
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a bone to the Los Angeles Rams quarterback, Matthew Stafford. You ran into a really tough defense this week, buddy. I'm sorry for your loss. You know, whenever you come up against a bad defense, you have a bad game. You know, you were going good there for a while. You couldn't quite find the end zone. You kept kicking field goals. Maybe that's why you lost the game. Probably is. But I'm going to give you my immunity and let you live for another week.
All right, Adam, who are you giving your immunity to?
I feel like there was some sarcasm there.
I may or may not have been planning that since 4 o'clock on Sunday.
Oh, man. So, my QB immunity for this week is going to go to CJ Stroud, even though that was Tom's #1 pick for elimination. But no, like, you know, it's funny, because when I was first putting my list together, I had actually put him on my elimination list. And then I went back and rewatched the game. And while he didn't play great, I also think that some of the bad plays also weren't his fault. His offensive line got dominated for a lot of this game. And so some of the decisions he made were on the fly. And also, one of the interceptions was not his fault as well. So even though he had 2 picks this week, one of them was directly the fault of the receiver because it hit him in the hands and he just didn't catch it and it popped out. And the secondary picked it off. I don't count interceptions for that against the quarterback because that's not his fault. The receiver should have come down with that, and there's absolutely no excuse for that, for missing that catch. Like, it 100% hit him in the hands, and he just dropped it. Unfortunately, because it didn't go down, it popped up in the air. The secondary comes down with it. I'm not going to hold that to C.J. Stroud. Now, the second interception was totally his fault, 100%. He threw it up, but it was also towards the end of the game. Because he was throwing it up to try to get a Hail Mary throw for, in the last, minute of the game. Again, it's one of those where, is it an interception? Yeah, but it's the last minute. The game was kind of over by that point anyway, so I'm not going to kind of hold too much into it either. So he played better than his stats showed, and so I'm going to hold on to him for another week.
According to Peyton Manning, Hail Marys should not count against the quarterback, and I agree with him.
I also think that the tip drills shouldn't count against the quarterback either. Like, if you hit the receiver in his hands and that ball pops up and someone comes down with it, it should be considered a catch and fumble in the stat books, as far as I'm concerned.
So that's why I think that his stats can be kind of misleading. And also for as bad as the offensive line played, he only had 2 sacks. He did a better job of evading pressure than it showed. His QBR was 49.7, which honestly wasn't terrible. Like, it's not great, but it's not as bad as some of the other guys that are on this list either. So I don't know. I just want to give him another chance, and like I said, we'll see what next week has in store, and I'm going to hold on to him for another week. I'm going to make Tom work for his eliminations.
I am going to give immunity to Dak Prescott. Yeah. I watched that Cowboys-Bears game a lot, and I am convinced that even though it was a bad loss, he is responsible for far less than half of it. And the parts that were his fault, I think, are kind of blown out of proportions. I think he's capable of doing much better, and I'd like to give him another chance to do better. And quite frankly, I think they probably would have done a lot better if, they had a generational defensive end on the defense, but who's to say?
Yeah, we'll talk about that game later, but I will also say he was on my elimination list.
Yeah, he's my number 2. Like, those interceptions that he threw were completely his fault. Those were just bad throws.
Yeah.
They're 100%. Yeah, those were 100% his fault. And it was like, hey, look, I get to let go of Dak today.
Yeah.
Tom ruins my fun.
I'm sorry.
I ruined Tom's fun, so that's fair.
Yeah, there you go.
Pete, I need 2 quarterbacks to put on the chopping block. Who are you giving me?
All right, so to start off, we are going to go over to Atlanta, and we are going to put up Michael Penix Jr. I think he had a terrible game, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns, 172 yards, and they got shut out by the goddamn Panthers. Like, holy shit, you got your ass whooped by a kindergartner. Like, what just happened? So,
a Home Alone quote on this show.
So Mike Penix Jr. is my first. And my second is going to be over in Tennessee, Cam Ward losing 20-41 to the Colts, putting up 219 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and lost the game. So I think Cam Ward is done. Maybe it's Tennessee, maybe it's Cam, but those are my picks.
All right, Adam, I need 2 more quarterbacks for the chopping block. What you got?
All right, so my first one that I'm putting up is the Green Bay Packers' Jordan Love. So, 183 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but he took 5 sacks. And sacks are a quarterback stat. And they were playing the lowly Cleveland Browns.
5 sacks, yeah.
And so, we've also kind of said it as this season is going on. That offense is nothing to write home about. That defense is what makes that team scary. And
now.
Well, no, even before the first 2 weeks, even the offense was nothing that great. The defense from week 1 is what made that team terrifying. Like, they've just had really good field position, so the offense has looked better than what it actually is.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty easy to look good when you start at your own 40 and better every single drive. So. I mean, he just, again, had the 5 sacks, the 1 interception. That was his fault. It wasn't a tip drill. It was a badly thrown pass. And it just, I mean, against the Browns, I expect more than 180 yards. Like, and you lost to the Browns.
Yeah, that is kind of unforgivable.
Man, I don't think so.
And the Browns, who started Joe Flacco, and he got no touchdowns and an interception, and won the game.
Yeah, so it's like, nope, I don't buy it. So, and then my second one is going to be Trevor Lawrence, who, even though they won, he did not play well.
Yeah.
222 yards, and again, like Flacco, no touchdowns and an interception, and took 2 sacks with a 29.5 QBR. Like, and you played Houston, who technically CJ Stroud, who's the other quarterback, played better than you, and lost the game. So it's like, I mean, the running game was what won them the game in this, not Trevor Lawrence. And I think Trevor Lawrence has been overhyped since he's come into the NFL, and I'm done with him. So, I'm out. He's out.
Wow.
Speaking of the Jags running game, can we all agree that the nickname for Bashal Tootin should be either King Tut or the Pharaoh?
I like the...
I saw his name, I'm like, holy shit, it's King Tut playing football.
Oh, can we play the Steve Martin song?
How they traded Bigsby to the Eagles to make Bashal the number 2.
Yeah.
And then he hasn't touched the field since he's gotten to Philly because he's number 3 on the depth chart.
Right.
Okay, so before we started, I joked that I made a 9-man list in case the worst possible scenario happened. Well, here's numbers 8 and 9 on my list. Both of these quarterbacks have very similar stat lines, and I'm talking to a hilarious degree. Drake May and Tyrod Taylor had 28 of 37 and 26 of 36 for 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 1 fumble. Both were 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 fumble.
Wow.
They both lost their games, but I will hand it to Tyrod Taylor. He got it to a difference of 2 instead of Drake May, who got it to a difference of 7. But those 2 were my last hope, and I have to put up 2 names, so there you are. Drake May and Tyrod Taylor. To me, they're interchangeable. But for the voting, I'll go ahead and kick us off because you guys took my 1 and 2, and Adam was wrong. CJ Stroud was number 3 on my list because Michael Penix Jr. and Trevor Lawrence were my 1 and 2, and they are again my 1 and 2. Pete, who are you voting off the island?
I think that I am going to go with Trevor Lawrence because he was also on my elimination list. And because I can't vote for Michael Penix Jr., I am going to choose Tyrod Taylor because he's a Jet. And that's
he
all.
Deserves to be off the island.
The Jets suck.
Adam, who are you voting off the island, and you can't pick Trevor Lawrence or Jordan Love?
Well, Michael Penix will get my first vote.
Okay.
And then, let's see. I will vote Cam Ward as my other one.
All right. And with 2 quarterbacks having 3 votes, Michael Penix Jr. and Trevor Lawrence, you are off the island.
Bye, Felicia.
One of the greatest movies ever.
But that brings us to winners and losers.
It's time for winners and losers.
I want winners. I want people that want to win.
You are one pathetic loser.
Winners and Losers, where the Geeks and Greeks podcast predict the teams to win next week and a team to lose next week. We can only choose a team once each year, and at the end of the year, whoever has the most points wins. This year, we're turning up the difficulty with the rule that both the winning team and the losing team must be from the same division. And as always, the winner and losers must be 2 different games. Starting off with last week, Adam chose the AFC West, choosing the Chargers to win over the Broncos. Sure did, 23-20. And taking the Chiefs to lose to the Giants. Unfortunately, the Chiefs marked their first win of the season at 22-9.
You know what? I decided to take a flyer and lost. Oh, well.
I don't know where you came up with that flyer, buddy. I didn't see anything of what you were seeing in that game.
Hey, you know what? I wanted to have some fun with it, and I decided to have some fun.
That's fair.
Pete went with the AFC South, taking the Colts to win over the Titans. Heck yeah, they did. Colts take it 41-20. And the Jaguars to lose to the Texans. Unfortunately, Jaguars take it 17-10.
Yeah. Your boy CJ Stroud let me down.
Yeah.
And I took the NFC South, the Broncos, to win over the Jets in a crazy nail-biter, 29-7. And then the Saints to lose to the Seahawks. Boy, howdy. Seahawks take it 44-13 in a crushing loss. Saints fall to 0-3.
You know, I was actually looking at, like, Sam Darnold to put up for elimination. I'm like, you know, I can't. He actually had a really good game. I just can't do it. There's no justification to put Sam Darnold up this week. I'm like, who do you play?
Be
Oh,
patient,
yeah,
it'll
that's right,
come.
the Saints. No wonder he had a good game.
After week 3, and probably the only time all season, I'm winning by 2 points. But the predictions for week 4. Let's see how this lead dissolves. Adam, what division are you choosing?
So, I am going to choose the NFC South this week.
Here we go.
And for the losers team, I am picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to lose to the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's a solid pick.
Yeah. And for the winning team, I'm picking the Carolina Panthers to beat the New England Patriots.
Ooh.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. The Patriots have kind of been on my weird list lately. That they could be good.
Where it's like, you know, this is one of those kind of toss-up games where either team could win, and I'm like, you know what? If I'm ever going to pick the Panthers to win it, this might be one of those few weeks where they could actually, like just looking at the two teams, this could be one where they could legitimately pull it off just by looking at the teams.
I'll give you that.
Like, you know what? I'm taking another flyer on this one. This one has legitimately a better chance to actually happen. But, you know what? I'll take the Panthers to win this one.
All right. Pete, what division are you taking this week?
Sorry. So I am going to be taking the AFC West this week.
Copycat.
So, for my safe bet here, I have Denver beating Cincy. They're 7.5 point favorites according to ESPN. I think it's a pretty safe bet that Denver's going to beat them Monday night. For my other pick, I did try to go a little bit of a weird one. So I have the Rams losing to the Colts. Even though they are 3.5 point favorites, I still think the Colts are going to come up, and Colts are going 4-0, baby, and they're going to top the Rams this week.
I have to admit, when you said AFC West, I was like, there's no way he took the Chiefs. They're playing Baltimore. And I'm going with the AFC East. I am choosing the Bills to win over the Saints.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a risky bet, buddy.
But the flip side of that is I also have to take the Jets to lose to the Dolphins.
Ooh.
This is the one I'm scared on.
Yeah. That can go either way. It's only 2.5 point spread.
Yeah.
on ESPN. Oh,
But
and 3, man, it's a race to the bottom. Can they tie?
But I figure with the Bills against the Saints, this is like the most sure bet in the history of the NFL.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
So-
What is up with this Monday night schedule? We've got 2 games on Monday night, and it's the
Yeah.
Jets versus the Dolphins and the Bengals versus the Broncos. Who the hell picked these games? They're like the 2 worst games on the schedule. I'm just going to skip Monday Night Football this week. Like, woohoo, I get to watch Raw on time.
I will say the one thing I would like to see, at least the one thing that would be neat, is I know that the Dolphins are wearing their rivals jerseys this week.
Oh, it's their turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
So,
Nice.
And so yeah, I know that the Dolphins have their rivals jerseys this week because they're in Miami. So that would be the only reason for me to tune in for Monday night if I had ESPN to watch it. But I don't have it anymore because even when I had like the Disney bundle with it, I still couldn't watch it because that wasn't included. So I would have had to pay extra
Yeah,
for it.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
But that moves us along to the next part of the podcast. A word from our sponsors.
Hey guys, what's up? Before we continue our show, I want to talk to you about our new sponsor, Dubby. You ever feel like you need that extra oomph to power through those late night study sessions, clutch those game wins, or finish that epic video edit? I know I do, and I finally found something that actually works without the jitters or the dreaded crash. Let me introduce you to Dubby. That's right guys, we're partnering with Dubby and we're seriously hyped. Dubby is our new go-to energy drink and it is a total game changer. What makes it so different is first off, and this is huge for me, Dubby has no artificial dyes, plus it's all completely sugar-free. So, you don't get that quick energy spike followed by a massive crash. And the taste is absolutely amazing. Dubby comes with a bunch of different flavors, such as Tiger's Blood, Green Apple, Strawberry Pineapple, plus limited time offers that do go quickly. I'm currently obsessed with the Tiger's Blood myself, but they're all really good. Alright, so how do you get your hands on this stuff? Head on over to dubby.gg and use our code GEEKS10 for 10% off your entire order. That's dubby.gg, dubby.gg. Seriously guys, go give it a try. You won't regret it. We love this product and I'm sure you will too. It's definitely been a game changer for us and I'm stoked to be sharing it with the rest of you. Now, let's go ahead and get back to our show.
That moves us into Geeks and Greeks news. The first story of the evening, will pass it along to Pete, who will tell us about the Eagles-Rams game. Pete, what'd you think?
Oh my god, man. Like, holy shit. I have never felt so dejected at halftime. Only to end up watching probably one of the greatest comebacks in NFL history and like have a permanent memory seared into my brain for probably the rest of my life. I mean, the Eagles go down, was it what, 26-3 or something like that?
I think that's
at one
right.
point, and they come back and win the game, and they go up. It was they score a touchdown, and it's 26-25, and they go for 2 to make it a field goal to tie the game, and they miss it, and it's like, well, that's the game, it's over. And then, fucking Rams charge right down the field exactly like you expect them to. And then they go line up for the field goal. And then out of nowhere, fucking Jordan Davis jumps over the offensive line, swats the ball down, then picks it up, then runs the fastest clock time for a guy over 300 pounds since they started keeping track of that shit at 18 miles an hour. They show the slow-mo of his face. It is the funniest thing I have ever seen. And the Eagles win 33-25, and everyone's jaw's on the floor. It's like, what the fuck just happened? I can't believe any of this happened. And it's like, it was just play after play after play. It was like all of a sudden they were like, oh yeah, Jalen Hurts is a quarterback and he's allowed to throw the ball too. Like, it's just like it just occurred to them somewhere in the third quarter that, like, oh, yeah, we're allowed to throw the ball to the receivers. That's a thing we can do in football. and we just win. That was it. Like, all we had to do was throw the ball. We just won. Like, I've never been on this side of a team that wins just because they're Philadelphia. Like, that's just really what happened. It was just like, we're Philly, we ain't losing, and then they're out of here. And they win it in by like 8 points or whatever. Like, what?
It's like, now I know what it's like to be a Chiefs fan from like 2020 to like 2024.
Right, exactly. It's insane.
So do you want to hear something funny? Someone figured out that Jordan Davis ran faster on that touchdown run than he did at his combine 40.
That's hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Well, the thing that's great about the Jordan Davis story is, I mean, not only was he in on the first block, because we blocked back-to-back field goals. This wasn't just one field goal. We blocked 2 field goals in a row, which I have never in my life seen before, and I'll probably never see again. Like, I've never even heard of back-to-back field goals being blocked. And so the first one was done by our spitter-in-chief, what's his name? Jalen Carter, right?
Oh.
So he blocks it, but it also, bounces off of Jordan Davis's head in the process. And then Jordan Davis gets the second one. Well, all season he's been talking about how he was out of shape and he's really working to get back and he's dropping weight and everything else and he's in the best shape of his life. And it's just that classic trope that guys say that all the time and then they show up and they're just the same old guy. And no, he really is in the best shape of his damn life. Watching him sprint down the football field with the ball in his hand. Yep. And I mean, he could have just dropped. He didn't have to run it back. We would have won the game regardless, but it was worth it to watch him run down the field.
And I gotta poke fun at Keely Ringo, the corner for the Eagles. He was following Jordan Davis in his wake. And then towards the end zone, I think he got about to the 10-yard line, and he started putting his hands out. And I was like, is that motherfucker doing a Naruto run? And the guy, and a complete stranger in the bar goes, nah, he's doing eagle wings because he's an eagle. I'm like, no, that looks like a Naruto run to me.
100% was doing a Naruto run.
Man.
Nerds have infiltrated football now.
So get in the comments below. What do you think, Naruto run or eagle wings?
I mean, he wasn't flapping them, so I'm going Naruto run. You flap eagle wings. You don't fly them out like that.
But on the other side of the NFC East, we had the Cowboys, who lost 31-14 to the Bears. Adam, do you want to take this one?
I mean, I feel like Jerry just punted on the season. This was one of those things where, the offense didn't play terribly. The defense just can't stop anybody. The offense isn't bad. When watching these games, the offense isn't terrible. The run game's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be this year. The run game actually is pretty good, to be honest. And Dak is playing well. He didn't play the greatest this game, but Dak is just playing as well as he can. The problem is the defense can't stop anybody. It's the worst defense in the league. Absolutely the worst defense in the league. This is worse than Cincinnati's, and everybody thought Cincinnati was going to have the worst defense this year. But no, it's Dallas. They can't stop anybody. They can't get any pressure on the quarterback at all from the front line. The linebackers look like they have no idea where they're supposed to be on any play whatsoever. When you watch this game, and even last week's against the Giants, the middle is wide open every single time. Every crossing route is just blown out. The defensive backs apparently just have cement shoes because everybody can run by them. There's no speed. Absolutely none. I feel like I'm watching a high school defense every week because everybody just runs by these guys. Trayvon Diggs apparently just can't run anymore at all. Because last week it was Malik Neighbors, this week it was Rome Odunze. These dudes are just blowing by him every single play, every time, and they just hit him in stride, and it's a touchdown almost every single time. I'm sorry, dude, this isn't college. You can't play too high every single time. You've got to be able to cover dudes one-on-one, and he just can't do it anymore. And he's not even that old. I don't think he's even out of his rookie contract yet. if he is, he's in like years 5 or 6. Like, Trayvon Diggs isn't that old. Like, there's absolutely no reason why he shouldn't be able to cover these guys one-on-one. And it's like, the linebackers can't cover the tight ends, the cornerbacks can't cover the receivers, and the front line and the defensive line can't get pressure on the quarterback. This defense is cooked.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the offense supposed to do? It's like, it's almost like the opposite of what happened in like the late 2000s and early 2000s, where the defense was really, really good, but the offense was just trash. It's like, I feel like this team always has one side of the ball figured out, but never both. Either they have an amazing defense but no offense, or or an amazing offense but no defense. It's just like, I don't know what it is, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if they're just, like I said, I don't know. It just sucks, man. Because, like I said, I mean, Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams are actually running pretty well. The offensive line isn't doing terrible considering you've got a young offensive line. Like, you've got a rookie left tackle who's playing as well as you can expect a rookie left tackle to play. Tyler Smith just got an extension and he's playing well. Like, your line is doing well. And, like, your best, one of the guy that's doing one of the best is your tight end, because Dak doesn't have time to get to anybody else, because it's just like, they send so many people on blitz packages that you can't pick them all up. And it's like, this is just absolutely crazy. It's nuts. And it's like, I don't know if Jerry's hamstringing this team on purpose or what it is, but it's just, it's frustrating. Because there's absolutely no reason to lose to Chicago by this much.
And I kind of want to build off something Adam said, is there were 2 touchdowns in this game where there was a Bear receiver in the end zone with nobody anywhere near him. I'm talking, there was a 10-foot gap between him and the closest Cowboy. And Kemet, I think his name was, at the end of the second, and then DJ Moore halfway through the third. There was like years between him and the closest Cowboy. And they're just like, I'm here.
And
ooh, I caught the ball.
3, because you had also a flea flicker, which, when's the last time we saw a flea flicker happen in the NFL successfully? And Luke Burden had 5 yards between him and Trayvon Diggs. And the safety, because the safety even bit too.
Yeah.
The safety and the corner both bit on the flea flicker. And, like, because Burden played it slow, the safety got suckered into it, and he was just gone. And it's like, dude...
Yeah.
This is the NFL,
that was so
man.
pretty.
Plays like that shouldn't fucking... Like, and if nothing else, the defensive line should get to it. Like, they even brought pressure and still couldn't get to it.
Like, I'm fine with it being a completion, but it definitely should have been, what was it, a 80-yard touchdown, something like that?
At least like a 50-yard touchdown. But yeah, like, I mean, he was by himself.
Insane.
Like,
and like, to just put a button on it with some stats, like, CJ Stroud, I'm sorry, not CJ Stroud, Caleb Williams. I'm looking at the guy's name and I can't say it. Sorry. Caleb Williams, didn't break 210 yards in his first 2 games, and he got 290 in this game. Combined, he had 3 touchdowns in his first 2 games. He got 4 in this game. He was sacked 6 times in his first 2 games, and he was sacked 0 times in this game.
I don't even know if
I
don't even know if he was hit at all in this game.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Dallas only has 2 or 3. They might have maybe 3 sacks on the season total as a team.
3, yeah.
Like, I mean, they can't get any pressure whatsoever. It's just, it's insane. Like, it's so bad to watch this team on defense. And like I said, I mean, they've got good players on offense. Like I said, you've got, you've basically got 2 number 1 receivers in Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Now, granted, CeeDee Lamb's going to be out the next 6 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain, which, I mean, honestly, for him, that's probably a win the way this team is playing, to be honest with you.
It's true.
Like, I mean, at least you have Pickens, who's still a viable number 1 option. But, I mean, you've got guys that have stepped up on this team in the receivers depth chart. Like, you've got Kevontae Turpin and Jalen Tolbert, who both have played really well. and are fast. If you can get them in space, those dudes can make you miss and they'll take off. Like, they are actually pretty good, and I like both of them. Like I said, the run game has been a lot better this year. So it's like you're building a pretty good offense. The defense can't stop anything. It's so hard. It's just insane. Like, I mean, this draft, if this is going to be the antithesis of like one of those drafts that Indy used to have. It's like, okay, we can stop drafting offensive linemen now in the first round. Now we need defensive players. Like, we can stop drafting wide receivers now. Now we need offensive linemen. Like, this is like, we can stop drafting the O-line. We've got a pretty decent O-line. Now we need to focus on just insane stud defensive linemen and linebackers right now. Because the way this team's going, we're going to have a top 5 pick probably. Like this, we're going to be fighting the Giants for the bottom of the NFC East. It's just the way it's going to be. Like, unless something happens, and it's like this looks like just terrible coaching. Like, no one's in their spot. Like, even the tackling's terrible. They can't tackle.
Yeah.
They're just bouncing off dudes and keep on going. Like,
the more I'm thinking about it, man, I think that Jerry did Micah Parsons a favor by getting him off this team. Because, like, looking at the stats of Caleb Williams on these 3 games, I really don't think he would have helped the game that much. Let me see what this phone call is.
Moving along to the next game, if you had told me last week the Falcons-Panthers game was going to end in a 30-0 blowout, I would have told you for certain that the Falcons were on the winning side of that. Boy, would I have been wrong. What did you guys think of Falcons-Panthers?
So, you know...
Jesus Christ.
I think I said... you know what? I think I said at the beginning of the season that I thought the Panthers were going to be a better team than last year. Wasn't expecting it that much, that quickly. So, it's weird. Like the Falcons looked really good in Week 1. And then after Week 1, it's like they forgot how to play football. Like, I don't know what's happened to this team. It's like Michael Penix forgot how to play football after Week 1. Like, I know Week 2 they went more of a run-heavy offense against Minnesota because their secondary is good, but, like, it's like he's just forgotten how to play. And, like we kind of said in like, QB Survivor, he had the 2 interceptions. One of them was a pick 6 on a screen pass.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Pick 6 on a screen pass.
On a screen.
Like, that doesn't even happen in college.
You must have just not been looking at the defense. Like not even looking at the players.
I think he was trying. If I remember correctly, when I rewatched it, I think he was trying to he tried to fake it off to a different part and then come back to the screen instead of just throwing the screen. And because it was a screen, all the linemen went to the screen, and so the defensive back knew where it was going and just waited and then jumped the path. It's like. And as soon as it happened, the commentators immediately was like, "That was 100% on Penix. 100% on Penix." I mean, I'll give credit where it's due, though. I mean, go ahead.
I was just saying, you know who's having a good week this week?
Jeremy.
Is Younghoe Koo, actually. What I was gonna say.
That he got released.
Yeah, that he got released, and then the guy who replaced him. How many kicks did he miss? 2, 3 kicks.
Yeah.
In this game, like their kicker even had a terrible game. What was going on?
Yeah, I mean, I'll give credit. I mean, dude, Bryce Young looked really good in this game. Yeah. That whole team did. I mean, the running game looked okay, but like the passing game was like spot on. Like Tet McMillan, their rookie receiver, looked every bit a top 10 pick. Like he looked fantastic in this game.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be really good. I mean, they've got a good receiving core there. If they can keep building, I think this team's going to be good in a year or two. Like, I think that this team could be challenging for the division here within the next couple of years, to be honest with you.
I mean, I'm hesitant to say that this was a Carolina win as much as it was an Atlanta loss. I see what you're saying, but I don't know. I don't have much faith in the Panthers. Sorry, Jeremy.
Like I said, I think they're getting better. I think they're building something down there. I don't think this division is that bad that in a couple of years they still could be challenging for the division.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, we'll see what happens in Tampa, but I mean, if this is anything that happened, if anything like this goes on with Atlanta, I mean, Atlanta's going to implode here in this season.
But to pull back to the entire NFL, currently we have 6 teams that are sitting at 3-0. The Bills, the Colts, and the Chargers from the AFC, and the Eagles, Buccaneers, and 49ers from the NFC. Now, Eagles, Bills, and Chargers don't surprise me that much, but Buccaneers, Colts, and Niners undefeated after week 3, that's crazy talk to me. What's your biggest surprise from this?
I'd say probably 49ers, because because you had Mac Jones playing this week. You had their backup. And the Colts, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have had Colts going 3-0, honestly. None of us would have.
No.
Yeah. No. I definitely agree. The Colts for sure. Sorry, the Colts for sure, because, like, how do you have faith in Danny Dimes? Like, you can't. And Anthony Richardson is not a viable option either, based upon last year. So it was like, I can't believe the Colts are 3-0. I do think that it's kind of cool that there's 3 from each conference that are undefeated. That's pretty cool.
And, I mean, honestly, too, with the 49ers and when they were playing the Cardinals this week, Cardinals were 2-0 as well. So the winner of that game was top of the division at 3-0, so whoever won was going to be on top of the division. So, I mean, I got some credit to the Cardinals, too, that they also started off as a 2-0 team fighting for 3-0 going into it. So
I love the fact that Daniel Jones was the low bar that was being brought into Indianapolis to motivate Anthony Richardson to get his act together. And he turns out to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, they are literally comparing him to Peyton Manning. And I'm like, okay, slow your roll. I appreciate what the guy's doing in Indy, but let's not lose our heads. It's 3 games, 3 really good games.
For Daniel Jones would be right now
Andrew Luck,
Sam Darnold.
Oh, that is mean. And why would you put that in the universe?
Because think about it, he's a dude that was okay to bad on the teams he's been on, and then comes to one team where they already had a decent team around him, and he's playing good, like Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
But if I acknowledge that, then that means our problem all these years has been Anthony Richardson.
Well, I mean, yeah, he took a quarterback that needed a lot of work and didn't let him get the reps and work in that he needed to. Like, that's what you expect.
I don't know. I think that was a project that ran way long and over budget, and they just cut their losses.
I think it's one of those things where they took him way too early. They should have, again, took him way too early and played him way too early. He's one of those guys that needed a veteran to sit behind for at least a year or more and then played later. I mean,
they gave him a Flacco and he was whining about hurting his little leg.
Yeah, they gave him a Flacco a year and a half after he'd already been a starter.
That's true.
Like, it wasn't as if they drafted him with Flacco on the team. They drafted him after, like, 2 years of a old Matt Ryan and an old Phillip River.
That's very true.
You had a GM that's bad at drafting quarterback talent from college. So it's like, I mean, yeah, Danny Dimes comes in, and like I said, they weren't a bad team to begin with. They were always a middle of the road team that was just missing a quarterback. And you know, like I said, you got a Sam Darnold middle-of-the-road type quarterback to now make them look better.
The thing I thought was funny is that they said the last time the Colts went 3-0 in the beginning of the season was the year Peyton Manning took them to the Super Bowl in 2009. And I was like, wait a minute, we lost the Super Bowl in 2009. Is that really a good comparison to make?
Listen.
You go to the Super Bowl.
You still beat out 30 other teams. Yeah, like you beat out 30 other teams in the league. Yeah. I get only one guy gets to raise, or one team gets to raise Lombardi at the end of the year, but there are other reasons to celebrate.
Yeah, I mean, let's not mince words here. If Daniel Jones takes the Colts to the Super Bowl, A, he's getting a massive contract extension, and B, you're getting a Daniel Jones jersey.
Yeah,
you're Probably right.
And C, they're hanging another banner down in Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yeah.
I just realized something. If the Colts make it to the Super Bowl, it's going to be against the Eagles.
Yeah. It's a very real
That'll be a
possibility.
game.
But moving from a sport that's just starting its season to a sport that's just wrapping its season up. Major League Baseball. We have the postseason about to start with the Phillies claiming the NL East, the Brewers claiming the NL Central, and the NL West is most likely going to be the Dodgers, with the Padres having a very small chance of pulling that one out of the fire. As for the NL wildcards, Cubs and Padres own the first two wildcards, and the Mets and the Reds most likely taking the last spot. Slight edge to the Mets. On the other side of the fence, the Blue Jays almost claiming AL East with a small chance going to the Yankees. Same with the Mariners in the AL West. The Astros have a small chance of that upset. AL Central is a tight race with the Tigers and the Guardians tied at 85 wins with 5 games remaining. And whoever wins or whoever loses that tie has to go up against the Astros, who is 84, and try to fight for the last wild card, as the Yankees and the Red Sox most likely have the other two on that side of the fence.
Yeah, AL is very much up for grabs still. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's a nail biter. Definitely watch
crazy.
your baseball.
Wow. Apparently, the Phillies sent a franchise record tonight on the night we're recording, and that is 8 home runs in a single game. So, I guess they're having a good game tonight. I'm doing this instead of watching that, but that's okay.
I just said Phillies have clinched the East. They don't need to impress anymore. It's done.
Never take the foot off the gas, buddy. Never take the foot off the gas. That's how you...
It's baseball. You can't go into that lull or you're just screwed.
Uh-huh. As soon as that arm gets cold, it's done
Yep.
for the season.
Just ask Aaron Nola. Or was that Zach Wheeler?
Zach Wheeler just got the blood clot. Yeah.
But moving into the WNBA semifinal rounds, where we have the Minnesota Lynx leading the Mercury 1-0 in a best-of-5 round, and on the other side of the bracket, you have the Indiana Fever leading the Las Vegas Aces 1-0. That's right, without Sophie Cunningham or Caitlin Clark, you don't have Jordan or Pippen, and the Bulls are still in the semis. How is that possible?
Clark done for the season?
Yeah,
I didn't know she was done for the season.
Yeah, that second groin pull took her out. They say the rest of the season, but I get the feeling she's going to fight for it if they make it to the finals. Who's to say?
Athletes today can't play through pain anymore. Jordan would have
I mean-
him up.
Yeah, but, like, that's okay. Let her heal. Let her have a longer career. Like, it's okay.
Not for
Yeah,
her.
exactly. No, but a groin
No,
can be
but
real
playing
bad.
through an
man.
injury.
Yeah, playing through a groin pull could be real bad. Like, that's a muscle
They've got a
that
long
protects a lot of
offseason, they can
stuff.
heal.
Nah, dude.
I have to admit, part of me is hoping that they make it to the finals and Sophie and Caitlin both come back in the finals and just destroy everybody. But
It's like-
that's probably not going to happen.
Like, oh, let us plug in our cheat code.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they probably were holding. If they come back, they got to get ratings. So that's why they want them to come back, because nobody's watching if they're not playing.
Does WNBA do special guest referees?
Oh, jeez.
Bring them back that way.
You know, special guest referees would probably do better than the regular referees in that
I
game
mean-
sport.
You're probably right.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, I saw that. Well, you're already better up on the other guy. He didn't see shit.
Yeah.
But that is it for Geeks and Greeks News.
And that's going to be about it for today. We got final thoughts.
Well, this weekend was AEW All Out and WWE WrestlePalooza, and I'm gonna go ahead and say don't bother watching WrestlePalooza. Everything you thought happened. And All Out was really good. Go watch it, and I know exactly what that makes me sound like, but it's okay. All Out was significantly better. Had a lot more matches and some shocking wins there. We got a new AEW World Heavyweight Women's Champion, in Chris Statlander, which is a pretty big deal. So congratulations to her, and that'll be it for me.
IU football wins over Illinois 63-10, and in so doing sets a Big Ten record for the largest points against a Big Ten opponent, and also unfortunately sliding Illinois from number 9 to number 23.
Jeez.
Good luck to Mike Gundy, who was released as head coach from Oklahoma State. Gundy spent 6 years at Oklahoma State as a player and 25 years as a coach. That's 31 years of his life at Oklahoma State. Holy cow. Harlem Globetrotters have announced that the 2026 season will be their 100th season. Buy your tickets now.
Oh, wow.
And finally, Hawkeye Technologies, the system that the NFL uses to spot the ball, has been implemented into Major League Baseball so players can challenge balls and strikes. It's about damn time!
Yeah, it is about damn time.
Yeah, they've been using that in the minor league system for a while now. It just took them forever to get it up into the major leagues. So hopefully this will make umpires obsolete here soon, behind the plate.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yep. So yeah, but with that, we've also got Ohio State playing Washington this week, which will be a first for Big Ten for them, and both on a 3-0 showdown. So IU plays this week as well. They have Iowa, which will be a fun one. In Iowa, too. So let's see how they play against a more... This will be interesting, though. So, but yeah, college football is always a fun time. You never quite know what's going to happen for college football season. Nothing escapes college football. So, but that'll be it for today, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode of the Geeks and Greeks podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Geeks and Greeks. You can also reach us by email at geeksandgreeks365@gmail.com. Until next time, may the coin toss of life ever be in your favor. Later, guys.
See ya.
Peace.
You could just shut your big yapper.